G'day guys and welcome back to Illuvinews. This week's been pretty lackluster, don't you think? I don't think so. PB2 was released like a few days ago. Actually, that's the Illuvinews, that's done. Alright, see you guys. Nah, there's a few more other things. Illuvium Zero had heaps of leaks over the week. Overworld looks like it's getting even closer and closer. We've got YouTube videos coming out of our ears, and then we've got just Twitter feeds galore. So you better stick around so I can go into that a little bit more in depth with you guys. Let's get into it. So I'll start over on YouTube. We've got 3 YouTube videos, then we go over and do one written interview that Kieran did with Cointelegraph. Start with this one. I'll show a few leaks from this video. This is Vulcan and Kieran just discussing everything, and we've got some merch things here. These look amazing. They're kind of like an esports jersey, I think. Season 1, 22, I think these look great. Obviously, merch is coming very soon. We had hats last week. Now we're getting jerseys this week. We've got t-shirts that Kieran's posted that looked fresh. And then we've got these, and then we have this reveal animation for our Illuvatars. This looks amazing. Obviously, it's not fully rendered. We're still a little bit till we get there, but I love this. That's your discs there. Mozart comes in, open your disc up, slams it in, spins it around, and pops them out. As Vulcan says, I really hope that if you do get a shiny one or a rare one or something like that, it does put that effect on the outside before you flip it over. So you're like, what do I get? Like, it'll be, you just get so much more animation out of that than if it is just showing the 5. Like, it really gives you that burst of dopamine, like straight off the bat. You're like, oh, I got something. What is it? What is it? What is it? Rather than, or when you don't get one, you're like, oh, and you'll just be defeated, kind of thing. Or just I think it'll give a little bit of flair onto it. I think they will do this. They are pretty on top of everything, as we all know. Head over to the next one. We've got the Illuvium Zero mega preview. I also did my own video of this that I'll link straight up above, right up there, right now. Go click that if you haven't. But these guys run through even more things that I didn't show in my video because it wasn't out yet. Just this is all the different buildings at the different stages. Like the amount of effort that has gone into all of these elements, fuel sites, buildings, backgrounds. It all just ties in amazing. Like even get VFX on like the Solon Trench and the I can't remember what all of these are called, Krypton Rifts and stuff like that. They all have their little own animation in there. Like the water looks like it's moving. It's absolutely absurd that they've gone that much in detail, but I'm happy that we've waited 10 more months to get this than what they did have. Chalk and cheese between the two. As I said, watch the video that I posted up above and you'll get a very good feel of what I think about the new one compared to the old one. One more YouTube video. This is a Illuvi Talks number 7 that Andrew did with Naomi Lakoff. Don't know if I said her name wrong, sorry. With Shrapnel, co-founder. Shrapnel, I didn't know much about. It looks really good. It's a really good interview. Shrapnel look like they're going to be really killing it in that first-person shoot. I do love first-person shooters, so I think I will get around this a little bit more. Lots of COD back in the day. If you haven't watched it, give it a quick watch. There's 1,600 people who watched that already, and that only streamed last night for me. Everyone's getting around the Illuvium YouTube. I love that. Keep that up. And then we've got one written interview with Cointelegraph that Kieran did. It's only quick. I think it's only like 3 minutes. Yeah, 3 minutes to listen to the article. It's probably all stuff that you already know, but it's also, there's always little nuggets of information that you may have missed somewhere else that pop up somewhere, and then you go, oh, I didn't know about that. So I read and look at pretty much everything I can, and that's why I do this show. But anyway, so I'll head over to Discord now to some of those little nuggets that I've found in the past week, and then continue on from there. So first one I've got is from the Twitter raids. It literally happened 12 hours ago. Kieran put up this. If you go and raid that Cointelegraph tweet that they've done, go like, retweet, write, comment on it, do whatever you need to do on that post. You go into the draw to win that Gangster Squiz Emote Genesis promo. I love these little things, so I'm going in as many of these things as I can. I've already got one of the Ramfire, Puppeteer one, which I think's sick. It was my PFP for a while, but now I've got the ETH Lizards. But anyway, I'll stop rambling on about my stuff. We'll go to the next one. This is one, people are just talking about how the continents kind of look like New Zealand and Australia and whatever, and he's like, no, it's not New Zealand, it's not Australia, it's nothing like that. A few people said it looks like Japan as well. But the main thing I want to take out of this is we don't have a name for the continents individually yet. Happy to hear some ideas. So if anyone out there has some ideas of what the continents should be called, put them down below, put them in the chat somewhere, tag tag Aaron. Just throw some ideas out there of the continents' names. He only wants to use English letters. He doesn't want to do all of those different like ones with inflections and whatever else. So just keep it to English letters, or what are they called? Roman numerals? No. Just keep it to the normal 26 English letters, and then you should be sweet. Make up some fun names because everything else has really cool names. So it'd be sick to get that community engagement and see if anyone does get a really cool name out of it. Move on. Grant's just talking about how we can capture that Pokemon vibe. He's like, we need to do a next Netflix series or a movie but it's probably it'll be more adult than what Pokemon is, which that's the whole game. Like, we obviously love children to play this game, but it's probably going to be more aimed at the 20 to 40 plus year olds, just because there is a money side of it here and there. Obviously, kids can play for free, but when you look at Fortnite and that, how many kids play that and they take their mum's credit card and still use it? So anyway, it could be kids. I don't know, but I understand why it'd be more at the adult side, just because the graphics and everything really just aims more at that. But keep going. Grant, bring in the hype. He was actually the hype man this week. Kieran was, I think he was overseas doing other stuff. So Grant was in there hyping up ILZ for a while. Now he's hyping up PB2 and then Overworld. Like, all 3 games will be out in some form in the course of the next few weeks, he reckons. Next few weeks for Overworld. He says the art on the Overworld is locked next Friday. So that means after next Friday, they can't update any art, can't add anything in. It's literally just doing optimization so people can actually run it on their computers. So he does say it's a grind because the levels are absolutely massive, which you may have seen if you've been in the Discord. He's been streaming with Dimitri pretty much every day, all week. And there's a lot of, when I've gone back through the chat, he's like, don't show this to anyone. This is the only people in the streaming. Like, if you've got the time, if you're at home on a computer doing whatever, hop in there, watch that stream. You get those nuggets of information. This is going to be the nugget of Illuvinews, I reckon. But anyway, Grant and Dimitri have pretty much got Crimson Waste and Sanctum Mesa on lock. And then they go into optimization, then we get them. Can't wait. Let's go. So someone was talking about, when are we going to have the characters or creatures like Ramfire in the overworld walking around? Grant's like, Ramfire would literally be one of the hardest. Obviously because he flies around and drops bombs on everyone, but people thought he might have been easy because he just flies around, but obviously flying is a bit harder than making them walk, pathing and stuff. I'm not sure. I'm not a game designer and whatever. But he does want to get one character in Overworld first as a starting point and then just work on from there. He said it's really hard to get their pathing right without it being the same every time, or they're running into trees or whatever else. But that is it for Discord. I'm going to head over to leaks, quickly run through that, and then we've got a couple on Twitter, so stick around. So the oldest thing since last week is the Auto Battler patch notes. They come out on Sunday. It's a fair read, I'm not going to lie, but it is really good if you want to get in and learn just a little bit more about how everything works. They've got spreadsheets and all this, all that, but it does have a breakdown of what each of the different conditions and everything do to you. If you do want to play if you are going to be playing PB2, I'd highly recommend you go read this. If you don't have private beta access and you want it, make sure you go to the Illuvium.io website and register your interest for beta. If you want to get in, getting level 5 in a Discord or going to trivia are the 2 best ways to get into private beta. And also, Kieran is running a thing on his Twitter to retweet and like one of his statuses, which I will bring up very soon, and you get 10 chances to get into PB2. So there's a few ways that you can get in there. Make sure you're onto it. I'm sure anyone that's watching this is already in or is definitely registered, but it's also always good to do a PSA. Then we head down into Illuvium Zero. As I said, I tagged that thing up above. It's already gone, but I'll put it as my last video that comes up anyway. Make sure you go watch that, because this is what Illuvium Zero used to look like. This is what it is now. Seriously, I would have loved this game anyway, but this blows my mind. Look at the coloring. Look at the depth. Look at everything here. Yeah. You should already know how I feel about this game. But anyway, we'll head on to these couple of Mozarts. The finishes are amazing. I love this. This is sick. I really like this. The kind of Day of the Dead. Is that what it is? Something like that. Someone will correct me. But yeah, the colourful and that style I love. And then obviously we head down into Crystal Shores, which is just absolutely amazing. This is like the block out, and then this is someone going over the top and just kind of polishing it. I love it how it's like someone blocks it out and then someone else comes in and like does that finishing touches, and then they go and make it in the game. Like it's such a process to get there, and I would have thought the same person would have done the whole thing. Like, you've got the idea. Like, if I've got an idea, I go and draw the whole thing. I don't draw half of it, then give it to someone else to keep going, then they give it to someone else. It's such a weird concept to think, but it makes sense that people really nail down, like, I am the 1%er, I am the blockouter, I'm this, I'm that. But it seems to work really well for Illuvium, so we'll keep going on with that. Obviously, here's another one, block out, and then we've just added like crystal trees, and I can't wait for Crystal Shores, seriously. A couple more from Shard Bluff, just some blockouts. This level looks absolutely insane, like how big and ominous the whole thing looks, like just darkness. I love the different feeling you get from every level or every region. So we get some hair physics. Obviously the other day in some of the runarounds, her hair didn't move. I know it's small, but this is what makes triple A. Look at it, sway from side to side. She jumps, it lifts, literally works as normal hair does, which I think's sick. Not sure what that is, but it's just showing her off. Then you got these two Leviathans. They've obviously just been modelled. I don't think they're fully going to be in the game like this, but he did hint about raiding these things in another game further down the track, or it might be in the overworld game just coming later. We don't know. But this opens up opportunities for, say, like 8 people to go into a dungeon, or 8 people to go in and raid it for loot, or whatever else. Obviously, everyone that's been in this gaming scene knows that big raids like this are very popular. So we'll head back over to Twitter now and finish it up. I want to do this real quick so I can get back to PB2. So over on Twitter, the first one we got here is Token 2049. Kieran was over there. It seemed like it was just a crypto convention again, kind of like Oz CryptoCon a bit, but seemed like a lot bigger. You had a chat here with Santiago. If anyone has vision or audio or visual, whatever, of this chat, I'd love to see it. I'd love to hear it. There'd be so much valuable information coming out of this chat. Supposedly, this is the first time that Kieran actually ever met Santiago, which absolutely blows my mind, seeing that they are like working together in so many different protocols and whatever else. But anyway, I thought that was pretty cool. Next one, this is the one here. Retweet this and follow me, and I'll randomly choose 10 people to access beta. I've done it just to kind of get it out there, but anyone that does not have private beta 1, get in and do this. There's literally been 365 people retweet. A lot of them that I've seen already have PB2 and are trying to get it out to everyone else. So get on and do this. 2 more here on Kieran's. So mainstream brand collabs with Illuvitas. I think yes. Think Nike, think Adidas, think Beats, Apple, whatever you can think of. Add them onto your Illuvitas. There's revenue, there's revenue distribution, there's money in our pockets, and it looks absolutely amazing. Like, people are going to froth over mainstream brands on their Illuvitas. It's happening everywhere else in the metaverse. Let's get into this. Like, that will also push people towards Illuvium that might not know Illuvium as well, because they go, Nike with Illuvium. There's the branding. There's mainstream people coming across. What's Illuvium? Gamers go, wow, this looks amazing. Let's get into it. Mega thread on Illuvium's vision over the next 10 years coming this weekend. I already thought that I had a bit of a vision on what's coming, but this seems like a really good rundown of the next 10 years. Keen for this. They're going to be the pioneers in the gaming industry. If you're here, you're winning. Literally all other gaming industries are going to look towards what Illuvium does to what to do in the future, and I cannot wait. We have some awesome animation. If you're in PB2, you would have already seen this, but obviously the Ram Fight and Ram Fire stages, Omega got updated, the audio got updated, and they look absolutely fire. To be honest, they look amazing in game. They do take up a lot of area, but I do love how now they actually show you the hexagon that they're attacking. I think that just really polishes it off. You have a look at how much Ram Fire takes up. It's so much. But anyway, we move over to Roger, and he has put this absolutely glamorous photo up. It's on the Discord as a high-resolution picture. Just search up in the top thing for Roger, and it should come up. It wasn't that long ago. I think this looks amazing. I think that'll be put somewhere on my computer. Maybe that'd probably be in the thumbnail, to be honest. But this just looks sick. I love his little artworks. He literally takes the graphics that we're going for and fully takes them and pushes them into such a different genre of art, and it still looks sick. Head over. The Illuvidex Marketplace's update is coming this week. Sales volume, a few other things coming. I don't think it has the offers system in there yet. I think IMX is still working on that stuff in the back, but it's coming, guys. I know everything's coming, but it is for sure. They're getting updates here, there, and everywhere. Here's the patch notes. I'm going to link all this stuff below, as always, guys. So if you want to read the patch notes, if you want to read whatever else I've put up, it'll be down there. So I talked about this last week. We're partnering with Galaxy Fight Club to organise a tournament. If you go down here, so there's a few different rules down here. I'm not going to read through them all because it takes so long. But if you do like the Galaxy Fight Club, or if you're already around it, you can use an existing account. I think you just need to link it to ILV or whatever community you want to be in. Definitely choose ILV, but there's 3 prize categories. You've got best player among each community, top 25 overall, and top performing collection. So I think this is a pretty cool event that they're running. It's really joining this whole metaverse together in one big competition. But anyway, guys, that is the news for the week, and I'm going to sign off really quickly so I can keep going on PB2. Good luck on PB2 for all of you out there. I might do a video in a couple of days giving my raw thoughts on PB2 and a few little nuggets that I've found in there. Nuggets everywhere. Oh, my God. But anyway, thanks for listening. I will catch you in a video soon. See ya.